The climate emergency is one of the greatest problems of our day. It affects countries throughout the world. So this project, run by LAF, supported by the British Council and run between Wales and Indonesia, enabled us to provide a cross-section of women's voices demonstrating the cost of the climate emergency in countries across the globe. More than 10 countries were represented in the women who contributed to this project. They brought personal stories, pictures and videos directly from their contacts in their own countries, providing a vivid and powerful collection of resources in order to voice the climate emergency.
Wednesday, waterfront Swansea, Indigenous mothers, tea, coffee, Arabic, Welsh, Yoruba, Swahili, Oworo, Sinhala, Tamil, Hindi, French, Spanish, English, Irdi, Korean, Kurdish, Kalto, Kalami. We carry Elohim, assurance, glory, risk, reasons, responsibilities, love, loss. These are from Hadil. Very clear links between war and the environment, how to live here. Sewage systems smashed, things trying to grow, but instead of an elegant city with tree-lined avenues, there are mounds of rubble. Water runs off this landscape and we can taste the dust in the air between us. 1 hour a day sanctions on electricity, every 15-day water drop-offs, kidnapping, never-ending revenge, tapping into TikTok for local channels, the catastrophic carnage to those with the least contributions to carbon emissions, the rise in risk to those already vulnerable. Imagine yourself in a small plastic tent with 3 children in northern Syria. Imagine heavy rain flooding 3 times last winter. Imagine 4 million children out of classrooms in Sri Lanka. Imagine bleeding monthly without sanitaries and sanitation. Imagine giving birth in a war zone. Imagine feeding your child sat in rubble. Imagine having no milk because of the trauma. The first responders are the women. The first cleaners up are the women. The food parcels are the women. The knock on doors and the are you okays, the support groups, the long after the events, the rebuilders, the family makers, the community workers are the women. Our mother never let us feel the weight of it. She turned the smallest things into treasures, treated the land like an old friend. She is an entire school, an everlasting homeland. So we carry expectations of great things to come. We carry alchemy and aspirations. We claim the Welsh word for love. Here, I can speak Arabic without fear. Here, the earthquakes don't add to the seizures. Here, even with papers, I'm still excluded from certain sectors. Here, there is hope.
My name is Maya, I'm from Kenya. My name is Edna and I'm from Kenya. My name is Maya from Kenya.
Hello, I'm Aruni, I'm from Sri Lanka. Hello, I'm Hadil and I'm from Syria. Climate change. So basically, a platform like this is really important to talk and raise our voice about climate change and how important it is for us to take some actions to save our world for us and for our future generations. So we have done so many green projects in this to promote awareness about climate changing and how it has affected women and how they really face these challenges.
So the project we've been doing is just having conversations to highlight what climate change is and have discussion about people understanding of climate change and also have understanding of what human rights are and now sort of seeing the connection between climate change and human rights and how women's rights are affected by this. So initially when we started talking, having the conversation, the women will start thinking like, how is that really affecting me? But the more we start discussing and having those conversations, I'm repeating conversation because it has nothing to do with being an expert about climate change, expert about, I don't know, temperature levels. It's just saying, we know climate change is changing from where we come from, the seasons are changing, so how is this affecting us?
And I would like also to speak about the chemical weapons that were used in Syria. This has affected the
areas a lot. This is really very difficult, like to face the high temperatures or even the cold weathers. Like in my organization, I used to work for a humanitarian organization helping Syrians, and a lot of people there, lost their children because of the cold weathers during the winter, because of the floods, because all of the camps were made of plastic, and again, like a lot of burning of tents were reported, a lot of cases. The war is really difficult, and I wanted to be part of this project. I want the people to be educated about that, and I would like them to raise awareness in their communities and make a pressure on their governments to stop the wars. Because the locals, and like we are the Syrians, we didn't choose the war, but the governments made the war in my country, and we would like it to stop. Like even right now with their actions, after the government has changed, they are supporting, most of the governments, they are supporting, groups that shouldn't be supported, and they are making the situation even more difficult in my country.
My mama yn ysgolion cyfan byth yn gadael i chi deimlo ei bwysau yn trin y ddeiar felen ffrind yn troi y bethau bydw yn drysorau